It's your boy Elliot Wilson, and you're watching Fake Famous, where we break down the drama, the music, and the moves behind hip hop's most powerful players. Today, we're diving into one of the most calculated, petty, and ongoing beefs in rap. 50 Cent versus Diddy. Two moguls, one Cold War, and enough subliminals to fill a Ciroc bottle. Before we get into the shots, the shade, and the champagne, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe if you're real, and drop a comment if you think 50's the last of a dying breed. Let's get into it. Let's talk about one of hip-hop's quietest but pettiest long-running beefs. Diddy vs. 50 Cent. This isn't your typical diss track back and forth. These aren't just rappers. These are moguls, power players, icons who built empires out of mixtapes, marketing, and moves most people never saw coming. But for years now, 50 Cent's been on a mission. Not to destroy Diddy, but to poke the bear. Memes, interviews, Instagram shade. He's thrown everything but a diss track. So what's the real story behind their tension? Why does 50 go so hard at Diddy without ever stepping in the booth? Let's break it down. Origins. To understand where this started, you've got to rewind to the early 2000s. When 50 Cent wasn't just beefing, he was waging a one-man war on the music industry. Ja Rule, Fat Joe, The Game, all targets. All victims of a relentless campaign to expose what 50 saw as fake, soft, or industry planted. But with Diddy, it was different. There were no diss tracks, no direct call-outs in songs. But the shade, constant. 50 would clown Bad Boy Records in interviews, calling it flashy, overhyped, more fashion show than label. And when it came to Diddy personally, 50 didn't hold back. He'd toss out slick comments questioning Diddy's motives, his mannerisms, even his masculinity. He never said it outright, but the undertone was loud. Something about Diddy ain't right. See, this wasn't about music, it was about energy. It was about how Diddy moved, the image he curated, the way he controlled the narrative, the gatekeeper persona. To 50, it always looked off, like smoke and mirrors. He respected the hustle, but he didn't trust the man behind it. Business versus street cred. Let's be honest, both of these men are business geniuses. Diddy turned champagne taste into cultural influence. He made Ciroc hot, built Revolt TV from the ground up, and stamped Bad Boy into hip-hop history. On the flip side, 50 took a bulletproof vest and turned it into a billion-dollar brand. He flipped G-Unit into a clothing line, a sneaker deal, a record label, then cashed out with that legendary vitamin water deal for over $100 million. And now, he's got TV shows, movies, and streaming deals, all built on the back of trolling, strategy, and never backing down. But here's the difference. While Diddy focused on keeping it clean, shaking hands, playing nice in boardrooms, 50, he prided himself on not needing any of that. He didn't care about brunches with execs or Hollywood circles. He built his empire like a hustler, by breaking rules, not following them. So when he saw Diddy out here playing both sides of the fence, industry boss on Monday, street legend on Friday, 50 wasn't buying it. He saw it as fake, forced, and he made it his personal mission to expose it. He didn't drop a diss record. He didn't run up on him in person. He did something way more dangerous, and he took it public. Interview jabs turned into full-on Instagram campaigns. Little by little, post by post, year by year, 50 kept applying pressure, just enough to keep Diddy uncomfortable, but never enough to trigger a real response. And that's the genius of it. This wasn't just beef, this was a branding war, and 50 was playing it like a pro. The accusations, over time, 50 didn't just keep it petty, he escalated. This went from playful jabs to real allegations. He started clowning Diddy's infamous parties, saying they were, let's just say, not your average industry mixers. The music might have stopped at midnight, but 50 swore the after-hours energy was on a whole different frequency. He didn't name names, he didn't drop receipts, but the implications were loud. He hinted that what went down at those parties wasn't just business. He questioned the vibe, the guests, the motives, and it got darker. 50 started subtly questioning Diddy's connection to Biggie's death. He never said Diddy did it, but he'd bring up the timeline, the tension, the aftermath. He'd post old interviews, raise eyebrows, plant seeds, and then the real smoke came. Because every time a lawsuit, a rumor, or a new controversy surfaced around Diddy, 50 had the memes locked and loaded. Allegations? He's posting memes of Diddy with an orange jumpsuit filter. Federal investigations? He's uploading fake Netflix thumbnails like surviving love records. And somehow, it's always timed perfectly. This wasn't just beef anymore. This was targeted warfare, psychological, digital, and relentless. And Diddy? Silent. Not a tweet, not a clapback, nothing. Recent drama. Then it got real. 2023 and 2024 brought a storm, lawsuits, headlines, and serious federal heat. Cassie filed a massive lawsuit that sent shockwaves through the industry. Then came the trafficking allegations, NDA leaks, ex-bodyguards speaking out, and whispers of long covered up crimes. And guess who couldn't wait to react? 50 Cent. He was the first one on the internet with receipts, jokes, and memes. He posted clown emojis. He mocked the situation like it was a season finale. He even dropped a fake trailer. Diddy going to jail, y'all, I'm telling you. No filter, no hesitation. While the industry tried to stay quiet or neutral, 50 was treating it like a live stream. But here's the twist. For 50, this didn't feel like clout chasing anymore. It felt like a mission, like he was finally getting the receipts to back up what he's been saying for years. He didn't want a response. He wanted a reputation destroyed. This was chest move energy, the long game, and he's been playing it since day one. Part 5. Where it stands now, here's the wildest part of the whole thing. Diddy's never really responded. No diss tracks, no public clapbacks, maybe a few dodged questions in interviews, but that's it. Silence. And that might be the most strategic move of all. Because for someone like 50 who feeds off reaction, silence is gasoline. See, 50 is not doing this for likes or clicks anymore. He's playing a bigger game. It's not about starting beef. It's about exposing the game, the fake friendships, the shady backdoor deals, the quiet power moves that keep certain people on top. And to 50, Diddy represents all of that. The polished, protected face of an industry that 50's been fighting against since day one. This ain't personal, it's principle. Outrow. So where does this go from here? Honestly, probably nowhere. And that's what makes it so interesting. This isn't your average rap beef. It's not two egos trading bars over a beat. This is a cold war between two titans, a battle of image, ego, and influence. And 50, he's not letting up until the truth, or at least his version of it comes out. But what do you think? Is 50 doing too much? Or is he the only one bold enough to say what others won't? Drop your take in the comments, hit that like button if you made it this far, and don't forget to subscribe for more hip-hop breakdowns, drama decodes, and behind-the-scenes truth right here on Fake Famous.